Hello all. Today I will show you how to port Dark Souls 3 Armours to Elden Ring. This tutorial will show you how to port models, physics, and textures from Dark Souls 3 to Elden Ring. This tutorial is a bit long, so you might want to speed it up. Before I start, I want to give a huge thanks to Floppy Donuts for showing me how to port the physics. Let's talk about the theories behind the port first. For models, we mainly need to adjust the vertex buffers and the materials. For physics, we need to convert Havoc 2014 to 2018 format. For textures, we need to convert the ARN format from DS3 to the AMN format from ER. This is the general process. Firstly, we will process the model to change the vertex buffers and also do an initial setup of the materials so that the model can show up in ER. Secondly, we will convert the physics to Havoc 2018 so that they would work in ER. Thirdly, we will convert the textures and also further set up the materials to make the model look normal in ER. Here are the main tools that we will use. FLVR Editor is for model and materials. Nux is to unpack game files. WitchyBND is to unpack and pack DCX and TPF files. ChaiNNR is to convert the textures. Havoc is to convert the physics. I will use the Firekeeper robe from DS3 as an example. Its ID is BD-F-6800 for female body type. I will try to be as detailed as possible in this tutorial, but you can combine some steps together. Step 1 is for model processing. For changing the vertex buffers, it's basically a copy-paste process. We will copy the vertex buffers from ER into the Firekeeper robe. For materials, we will use the CAMSN family from ER. Okay, now we are in our mod folder. The first file here is the Snow Witch robe from ER. We will use its vertex buffers. The second file is the Firekeeper robe. We will rename it to the Malformed Dragon Armour. Then, let's unpack the Snow Witch robe and open its model. Now, we can see the Snow Witch robe. Let's go into the mesh section. Then, click on the VBs to examine the vertex buffers. Now, we can see the vertex buffers for this mesh. Note that different meshes can have different vertex buffers. For example, this one with cloth physics have different vertex buffers than the one before. I would recommend saving the non-cloth vertex buffers and cloth vertex buffers to 2 separate text files for easy copy-paste. In the interest of time, I've already done that. Now let's close and delete the Snow Witch robe. Now, let's unpack the Firekeeper robe. Let's first make a copy of the XML file. This is because we don't want to pack the 2 physics files in before converting them. Otherwise, ER may crash. Now, let's edit the XML to exclude the 2 physics files. Now, let's open the model and change the vertex buffers. Click the Mesh button, and then paste the non-cloth mesh's vertex buffers into those that don't have cloth physics. And then do the same for those that have cloth physics Now, we have done the vertex buffers. Let's do an initial setup for the materials. Click the Material button. Then we need to change the materials to the CAMSN family. Let's copy the JSON into a text editor. You can use your favorite text editor for this. Then, we need to replace this bit. Note that the slash is escaped in JSON, so we need to change it to 2 slashes. Then, we can replace it with CAMSN. Then, we can paste it back, and then click the Modify JSON button, and then close and reopen the Material section. Now, we can see that the changes have been applied. The hashtags are for mesh masking. We can replace them later in the port. Then, we need to add the _E to allow transparency. Then, click Modify to apply. Exit to the main UI, and then click the Modify button to ensure all works are saved. Now, we should be able to see this model in ER, with no physics or textures. Let's pack up this piece and go to ER and have a look. Now, we are in ER. Let's equip the malformed dragon armor to have a look. As expected, the model is showing with no physics or texture. We are ready to move to next steps. Step 2 is the Use the Havoc Preview tool to convert the physics. Let's go back to our mod folder. Let's back up the physics files first. Now, let's convert the HKX file. We don't need to convert the CLM2 file. The Havoc Preview tool is in the Havoc folder once you've installed it. When you are in the Preview tool, go to File, and then open the HKX file. An error may be prompted. You can ignore it. And then go to File and click Save. Select the first one for the file type to save, and then override HKX file. And then go to Format and select the MSVC x64 Xbox One format, and then click OK. Then the physics conversion is done. Now, we will use the original XML to pack up the files. Then we can go to ER to have a look. Now, we are in ER, and we can see that the model now has physics. The next steps are to convert the textures and set up the materials further. The main bit of step 3 is to use China to convert the textures. Let's unpack the TPF file first, and then we can see the textures inside the new folder. We will convert them. When we are in China, we can use a template for converting. You can find this template in the Test Data Discord server, or you can replicate one in China. The theory is to take the albedo, normal and roughness textures from DS3, feed them through the specular to metal component to convert the textures to albedo, normal and metal for ER. The normal is not changed, it is used for gloss. To use this template, drag and drop the ANR textures into the load image boxes respectively, and then click the Run button on top to convert them. Once the conversion is done, we can see the new albedo and metal textures in the preview boxes, and we can also see the new files in the folder. Let's do the same for other textures. Now we have done the texture conversion. Now we need to edit the XML file to pack in the new files. Let's add a suffix to the albedo textures and make the roughness as metal, and then change format to 103. Then save the XML. Now we can repack the TPF file. Now, we need to go back to the model file to set up the materials. Click the Material button to go into the section. This time, we will remove all the hashtags and properly set up the types and paths. We will again modify the JSON. We will first remove the hashtags, then remove the prefix for the textures. Then, we will remove the bits for the amber effect in DS3. You can actually do all this in one go. I am just trying to show a bit more details here. Now, we will change the types to match the CAMSN families. Now, let's change the textures to the new ones. Now, let's refresh the viewer, and we can see that the new textures are loaded. Let's make more changes to the materials. Once all are done, the model should be fully textured in the viewer. Then we can pack up the files and go to ER to have a look. Now we are in ER. We can see that the model is fully textured and the physics are working. The port is now complete. You can follow the sames to port other armour pieces from DS3 to ER. Thank you very much for watching.